Hello, dear tea friends from around the world. Welcome to a new tea class with me, Stefan Erler, the founder of the Tea Masters blog and the tea-masters.com tea boutique. Welcome also to 2026. I hope you had a good start in the new year. For this new year, we have prepared a new set of classes based on one tea family, black tea. That's why I'm dressed in black, very serious with the mustache, the black mustache. And for this tea class that we are going to start in 2 weeks, so in order to let you, to give you time to place your orders of the sampler, I'm going to present today the selection of puers for this special Tea Masters puer class for this semester. So there are two puers that are 25 grams. That's the 2003 private factory raw puer. That is a baobab style, very popular, very nice smells, but it's a plantation puer, and it will be interesting to use it. I've made this selection of all these teas in order to be able to better understand what is poor, but to also avoid pitfalls. This is kind of the best of my best pours. These are the teas that are really very um, give you a good standard of what a good pour should be, and they will also help you understand what is a cooked, what is a raw pour, what is a plantation, what is Gushu pour. We will also go through all this vocabulary, what does it mean, and it's also a selection that will help you understand the impact of time on this tea, because puer is really the tea category that has one of the greatest potential for aging. So it's really very important to understand the impact of time on this tea. Also, to be able to spot fake puers. You will maybe you already purchased aged puers here and there, and you're never really sure if you got the real deal or if you got something fake. So with these classes, I hope that you will be better prepared to understand what is a real aged puer. And so we continue with the other teas that I have in my selection. So the second tea that is also 25 gram is 2001 Xiaguan Shopur Jingua Tocha, so in shape of a melon. Of course, then I will flake it. Still try to give you some large chunks so that you can feel that it came pressed and feel the compression. Only these two teas are 25, the others are 10. From the oldest to the youngest, we have the Monghai 1999 75 42, one of the most famous cakes, along with 85 82. And this is one of the last years that Monghai was still publicly owned before privatization. So it is representative of an era, and the 7542 is one of the finest cakes that was made in that era. So really very high standard here. Then we continue with the 2003 Iwu Wild Puer, a raw cake of 500 gram, by a no-name production, no stamps even on the cake. However, this is one of the most wonderful quality of tea that was made in that time in 2003. I had it here stored in Taipei all that time, so it's also very interesting to see what Taipei storage gives for this kind of tea. Then we go forward. 2008, Wopur Gushu Banzang. Wow, Banzang, the king of puer. Here we have now what is considered one of the most famous terroirs of puer. Ich don't have to say to add much more. People who have tried it came out amazed from the experience. It's really, it got a lot of power. Banzang is really about power, and it kind of replaced Iwu from its throne. The saying is Iwu is the queen, Banzang is the king. And what else do we have? Then after that, oh, we have this time a younger Gushu that is loose, Lansang Gushu Puer, and from 2019. So this one now will be 7 years old, 6.5 years old. But this one still has much more younger sense. So here also progressively we will be able to see how the aging affects the leaves and also how the taste changes a bit if it's compressed or if it's in loose state. And finally, my gifts, because it's a new year, just Christmas. We deserve a break. We deserve also to understand the best and really to understand poor, what makes it so fascinating, what better than a 50-year-old poor. So one from the 1970s, I'm going to give you 5 grams of 1970s raw poor, Gushu raw poor, the best of the best. I'm really literally giving it away so that you can experience this fantastic taste, flavors, aftertaste, the body sensation. Everything is so fantastic with this tea. I already brewed it in this afternoon, but it's still uh, going strong. So I'm not restarting a new one. I continue with it. And this is really a tea I expect you to drink over several days, and you will be amazed by how much you are able to get out of these leaves. They are not, they're almost indestructible. They are full of power and energy, and they don't feel like 50 years old. This is what is so amazing. Uh, the tea still has energy as if it had been picked yesterday. Poor gives a great lesson in longevity. So this is going to be one really the top of the top for this lesson. I hope that you will drink it with me during one of these lessons that I'm doing on Sunday live on YouTube. And maybe we'll even break it into 2 grams, 3 grams, so that you can experience it in a bit different settings, different flavors. Mm, wonderful. This is one kind of tea that you can brew and forget, and the stronger the better. But you can also drink it light, and you will see lots of delicate flavors also coming around. So a tea full of surprises and really my gift to you. Then one more gift, 20 grams of this uh, Bajiaoting tea from Liming Factory, 2005. It's a plantation pour that has been sitting in my place for now 20 years. So we'll see again, thanks to this sample in the sampler, what plantation puer taste like compared to Gushu puer, and it's so this 2005. It's between the Bansang and the Iwu, so we'll be able to compare it to these two teas and see how it goes, and so that you understand the quality difference between plantation and Gushu puer. Mm. Now this is even better than a fine whiskey at the end of the night. Mm. So mellow. Mm. My choice of Odette Sour's music is really very fitting with this tea. Mm. Really amazing. 50 years old, just like me. But I'm a little bit more. But we don't know exactly how old this tea is. Maybe 71. Hello, Terry. Also, sounds like an adventure. I have avoided Sheng Pur because of the caffeine and Sho Pur because of the earthy fragrance. So maybe you will give it a try. I think my uh, Chopur goes beyond just the earthy fragrances. It's very clean, actually. This is one of the rare quality in Chopur. I agree. Most of Chopur, yeah, feel a bit unclean and earthy or dusty. The Xiaguan not, and as for the sheng, the caffeine, of course, mellows down with over time. This is also one of the things that's interesting. And uh, I'm more of an oolong drinker, being in Taiwan, of course, and so I'm also a bit uh, uh, wary of too much caffeine. I'm not poor drinker the whole day, the whole year long, and so my poor experience is to try to drink poor more at the same level as oolong. Sometimes I push it above the oolong experience, especially oolong actually can also be quite powerful, quite concentrated in gongfu style. But my personal style is a little bit more balanced. So even my pour, I don't push them so hard that the caffeine would be too strong. So probably the way I'm going to teach is should still be suitable to people who are enjoying oolong. I'm not going to make a pour taste too strong. However, the gushu, especially the young gushu, will have um, uh, power and caffeine. But that's the interesting thing about them. Mm. Yeah, the wooden notes and even the uh, xiang notes, the incense notes are very present with a nice cooling on the tongue. Definitely very fine old wood notes. Now it feels like in a Shaolin temple somewhere in forlorn mountain. You feel they are all alone and meditating now. Mm, wonderful. So, thank you very much for your comments. Um, Elizabeth writes, I love Stefan Shaw's Poor 2001. Maybe you would too. And Terry, thanks Elizabeth for the personal experience commentary. So, this concludes already today's um, show because we are. I'm aware that you need to place your orders first so that these teas can arrive to your place. Uh, ordering from Taiwan takes a bit of time until it's delivered to Canada and the US or Great Britain or anywhere else in the English-speaking world. But now that the holidays are over, the postal office should have more normal traffic again. I know for around Christmas time, it gets a bit busy, and several customers reported some delays. Luckily, everything seems to have arrived by now, and just of course during the holidays, it took a bit longer. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this lesson. Don't forget to vote on my Facebook page for the photograph that you prefer of the 12 best pictures of 2025. I will put a link down in the description. Now I need to know what picture will become my next postcard this year. I have a feeling I might be again on one of these postcards because there were several that were quite popular with me. And well, but it will be always tea as the main subject. I'm just the prop behind doing some work. And the stars, of course, are the teas. The teas are the most important part of the lessons. That's why if you really want to enjoy these lessons of puer, it's really very important that you get to get the experience of drinking these teas while I'm brewing them during these lessons. Sometimes I will brew just one so that we can really focus on one particular tea. Sometimes we are going to do comparisons and brew two at the same time. So I think it's going to be quite interesting. It's, I think, the first time I do such a detailed class about puer. I hope that you will join me in this adventure, and I wish you a wonderful Sunday. See you again next weekend for another tea class.